Unfortunately, these days, the answer is everybody. What do we say?
Who dat?
At least somebody still got a little enthusiasm and had youthful energy. So spry. Saints lose 25-10 to the Raiders. Just the first time all season the Raiders have won back-to-back games. Saints get shut out in the second half, and there just wasn't a lot of good to talk about in this football game. And first of all, I know there's some of you who are going to come to this and say, great, they lost draft position. Draft position don't mean shit anymore. Like, you would have had to lose both of your final two games and have the three teams ahead of you with 4 losses lose each of their final 2 because you're last in the tiebreaker among well, you're the only team with 5 losses, but you'd be behind the teams with 4 losses in the tiebreaker. So you ain't going anywhere anyway. Like, you're picking 10th. Like, you're picking 10th. I mean, you're not. I think you can top out maybe at 8th, but it's like, it's where you are. So you're going to lose next week because you're going to go play Tampa, who just beat the ever-living shit out of Carolina today. And we'll see what happens tonight with Atlanta. But Carolina's going to be playing for the division. So Carolina's going to whip you next week. This was your last opportunity to win a game. And you could have won it at home against a bad Raiders team and instead, like, I'll talk about the offense in a second, but here's the thing that actually pisses me off. Like, I'm trying to uncover my Paris logo. Shout out to Paris Construction and Roofing. Like, here's the thing that actually pisses me off. Defensively, like, you have your guys out there defensively. You paid Carl Granderson. Brian Brzee was a first-round draft pick. Chase Young was a free agent acquisition. You know, Colin Saunders, Nathan Shepard, free agent acquisitions last year. Demario Davis, Pete Werner still in there. Tyrann Matthews in there. You know, Kool-Aid McKinstry, Alontae Taylor. Like, your dudes are out there defensively. The offense we know is going to suck. But to let Aiden O'Connell go down the field on you on that opening drive, with was it freaking 17 play drive, you know, after you actually get a really nice pump by Matthew Hayball down him at the 5, you let Aiden O'Connell go 95 yards on you. Like, that's the kind of bullshit that I look and I go, like, Amir Abdullah in his entire career never had a 100-yard game, and he goes off against you today. Like, go this way. Like, that's the kind of stuff that pisses me off. Like, I didn't expect the Saints. Like, the Saints could have and probably should have won this football game. Like, they're good enough to win it. But that's the kind of thing where I go, man, defensively, what are you? You're just a bunch of old, sorry-ass players defensively, man. Everybody's old. Everybody's past their prime. Like, it's just nobody's good. And then you look and you go, even so I'm going to talk about the offense in a second, but, like, the very start of the game, you're about to force a punt. Brian Brzee gets a sack to get you off the field, and Carl Granderson jumps off sides. What are you doing? Like, this is week 17. You're an NFL veteran. And you're being hard counted by Aiden O'Connell? It ain't Aaron fucking Rodgers. Excuse me. Actually, don't excuse me. We curse here. It ain't Morning Scone. We curse here, and Drew don't know what I'm saying. Like, that ain't Aaron fucking Rodgers hard counting. That's Aiden O'Connell. Aiden O'Connell is out there hard counting Carl Granderson, who jumps off sides, and then guess what? They go right down the field on you, 16, 17 play drive. Now, hat tip Cam Jordan came up with a sack, you know, run stuff at the goal line, a sack. You force him to a field goal. But, man, you let Aiden O'Connell put up nearly 400 yards of offense on you today. And Amir Abdullah run for over 100 for the first time in his career. Just disgusting, man. Offensively, Kendre Miller went out with concussion protocol. Got to see Clyde play for the first time. Had some nice runs, averaged 5 yards a carry. But, man, the story of this game offensively for the Saints, like, Spencer Rattler is a rookie player. To expect Spencer Rattler to dominate a game is just not realistic. And I didn't expect that. But, man, you got to help that dude out a little bit. Would they have 5 drops today? I mean, think about, Rattler throws, go this way, a beautiful seam route in the first half, and Juwan Johnson drops it. Like, we would put you in the red zone, you're in position to get points, and Juwan Johnson drops it. Then Rattler throws a good ball, and after that drop, then friggin' Oli Udoh with the flinch when he actually throws a good ball down the middle to Johnson. That's going to have you, well, actually that was the holding by Taliesin Fuanga. He throws a good ball down the seam to Johnson where Johnson caught at the goal line, looked like he rolled into the end zone. It comes back because Fuanga's holding Caleb on Chasson. Goddamn. I mean, Kevin Austin, a beautiful ball by Rattler on the sideline, and Austin drops it. Another one that Rattler put on Juwan Johnson, and he can't hold on through contact. Like, I'm not telling you that's same thing with Valdez-Scantling. I'm not telling you that's an easy thing to do, but damn it, you're a professional football player. Like, yes, make a catch through contact. Yes, hold on to a tough ball. Like, you got a rookie quarterback out there who's not great. I'm not sitting here saying Rattler's without flaw. I mean, he missed the ball late in the game, and then the interception at the end was terrible. But, like, the interception came after a play where the receiver, I think it was Johnson again, a terrible fucking game, dropped the ball through contact. Like, I mean, I get it. Y'all are going to say, why are you getting all worked up over this? They stink, and I know they stink, and they're a terrible team. And that's true, but, like, the things you want to see, I'm not sitting there saying they're trying to compete to go to the playoffs or do anything of significance, but the thing that I've talked about ever since they've been eliminated is, let me at least see this team, like individuals, make progress to see what they might be for the future. I mean, you pay Carl Granderson, he hadn't done nothing. I think McKinstry had some nice plays today. The holding on Fuaga was awful. I mean, the one thing worth writing home about was the freaking double pass that you scored on, and then you put together a nice drive before half to go get the field goal, right at the end of the first half. Then you're shut out in the freaking second half. You can't move the ball. I don't know, man. It's frustrating. Like, it's fair to ask, how different do you look if you have Eric McCoy and Lucas Patrick and Rashid Shaheed and Chris Olave and Taysom Hill? Yeah, man, of course you're going to be Galvin Kamara if you are starters. I mean, it's hard for me, like, I'm conflicted because it's hard to sit here and be super pissed off because a preseason team, a team of practice squad guys, went out and lost to the Raiders. Like, you're out there playing with backups on offense. On defense, you have your guys out there. Defense, your stars are out there, and that's what's unacceptable. But offensively, it's hard to be super pissed because of who you're missing. But the flip side of it is you're still pros, you're still getting paid, and there's plays to be made. Like, I'm not asking you to go Odell 3 fingers in the corner of the end zone on Sunday Night Football against the Cowboys. I'm just asking you to make a catch through contact. Like, I'm asking you, not when you're in your stance, Oli Udoh, not to flinch and false start. Like, make reasonable plays to help pick up a rookie quarterback who's trying to get you going. So he doesn't have to be Superman, because he's not. One more week of this shit. They'll go get skull drugged by Tampa next week. Because, again, Tampa's playing for the division. I mean, Tampa's got everything to play for, and the Saints stink. So you'll get skull drugged next week. You'll go 5-12. Season will be over. Thank God. Then Mickey Loomis can hire a shitty coach, and you can fuck up another draft, and it'll just be more misery. Please smash the like button. If you're new, subscribe to the channel. Anyway. All right. We're at the mall. I mean, I shouldn't be as disappointed as I am today. But I am, because, like, I wasn't disappointed on Monday Night Football because you're on the road. Bless you. You're on the road. against a playoff team in the Packers who are playing great, prime time, Lambeau. McCoy goes out after 7 snaps or whatever it was. Like, I get why you got rolled by the Packers. That's a playoff team. You're a preseason roster. But the Raiders are dog shit. There's a 3-win football team. They came in here and put it on you. Aiden O'Connell put it on you today. That's the most disappointing part is the defense, man. The defense getting rolled up by Aiden O'Connell and Amir Abdullah, and the offense not making plays when there were plays to be made. Get rid of all of them, man. You know, the last thing I'll leave you with before I take Drew to walk around the mall today. I know that of the NFL jobs that are going to come open, the Saints is going to be the least desirable. You've got the worst roster and the worst cap situation of all the jobs that are open or are going to come open. But there has never, and I'm not big into hyperbole, but I will speak with hyperbole and absolutes here. There has never been a worse situation in the NFL than the New Orleans Saints in 2005. Not only because you were coming off 3-13, you had never won anything as an organization, the roster was shit, all that stuff, but you also literally didn't know where your team was going to be located. Like, do you have a facility and a city to go home to? Like, literally never a worse situation in the history of the NFL than 2005 New Orleans Saints. After going into 06, obviously. And you landed Sean Payton. And it launched the greatest era of Saints football. So, yeah, your situation is shit. And desirable coaches that will have options are not going to pick you. But remember, Sean Payton wanted the Green Bay job, and they picked Mike McCarthy, and that's why Sean Payton landed in New Orleans. You just got to do an effective job of evaluating these coaches and go find the right guy. All right. Please smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everybody. Love to you all.